We begin in the Democratic Republic of Congo and rising concerns in the city of Mbandaka as a third Ebola case has been confirmed. The latest case was reported on Friday at the city's airport, prompting fears that the outbreak will spread. The World Health Organization is due to start administrating experimental Ebola vaccines as early as today. The city houses around 1 million people, so the WHO on Thursday increased the DRC's risk level from high to very high. Residents have been urged to stay alert.
We are scared of this epidemic. We can't make contact with people coming from outside, and we have to clean our hands to avoid any contamination.
I make the effort to make sure I don't get infected with Ebola by respecting the rules of hygiene. Before eating and after eating, I wash my hands very well with soap. If I don't do it, I risk being contaminated.
Well, the outbreak has been centered on the small town of Bikoro. The Red Cross has been recommending and demonstrating safe burial practices there and in Mbandaka. The World Health Organization says the outbreak is not yet an international emergency, but adds that the situation needs to be brought under control. In the 2014 outbreak in West Africa, a major part of the response was ensuring the safe burials of people who had died of Ebola. At the time, cultural practices, when it comes to burying the dead, played a significant role in the transmission of the virus.
It's important to have a safe burial because then you decrease the chance of human-to-human transmission. But it's also important to have a dignified burial so that the community is in agreement, the community can do the mourning.
To your international news now, and Venezuela is holding elections today. Polls are opening as we speak, and we're getting you live pictures of that now from the capital, Caracas. Let's take a look. President Nicolas Maduro is seeking a second term in office. The opposition is boycotting the election. Venezuela is facing several economic challenges at the moment. They include hyperinflation, shortages of food and medicine, rising crime, and an ailing infrastructure. Well, those challenges have sparked recent protests in Venezuela. Maduro is the favorite to win, though, ahead of his main rivals, Henry Falcon and Javier Bertucci. There are concerns that the voter turnout will be low. That's according to analysts. Maduro's campaigns have been focusing on turning around the economy. At the weekend, he promised Venezuelans an economic revolution if he is re-elected. Other presidential candidates have also focused on turning around the economy should they win. More than 20 million people are eligible to vote. They're choosing a president for a 6-year term that will begin in January next year. Back to the DRC now, which is also facing security challenges. In North Kivu province, thousands of people have been killed or wounded in decades of conflict. Many are taken to a hospital in Goma, where Red Cross staff work around the clock to save lives. CGTN's Robert Nagila visited the Bethesda hospital and has this report.
At the Bethesda hospital in the Ndosho suburb of Goma, 25-year-old mother of 3, Yvonne Begalwa, is recovering from gunshot wounds. She was on her way home one evening 2 weeks ago on a motorcycle taxi with her 2 children when a gunfight broke out nearby. She was shot several times and fell off the bike. Miraculously, none of the children was shot.
I thought I was dying when I got here. I don't remember much.
As soon as she was brought here, doctors realized she had life-threatening injuries and rushed her to the operating theater.
She was injured on to the abdomen, to the breast, and to the back. So yeah, we decided to bring her immediately in OT.
Yvonne still has a bullet lodged in her back and is due to undergo a second operation this weekend. But doctors are confident she'll make a full recovery. There are more than 60 armed groups operating in the DR Congo. In 2017 alone, this one hospital treated 551 wounded, mainly from North Kivu. a 12% increase compared to 2016.
In 4 years' time, this hospital has considerably developed in its capacities and infrastructure to deliver services to people who have been wounded in the conflict through violence in the city. And then secondly, of course, it's also depressing to see that after 4 years, there are still so many patients coming here because the conflict is not over.
Yvonne continues her path to recovery. She is grateful to the doctors at this hospital. Without them, chances are she would not be alive today. Bobat Nagela, CGTN, Goma, DR Congo.